See? Hello, good morning, everyone. And thank you very much for making it here. I guess many of you were already enjoying your time last night, so thank you, especially for being here to share this time with us. Welcome to YouTube. We are going to spend the next hour talking about a little bit about YouTube and music in YouTube. We are here to learn, or to try to help you learn how to build music experiences in YouTube with the different tools and formats. At the end of the day, to help artists to connect with fans and to build a sustainable career. That's what we aim for. My name is Maite. I haven't introduced myself. I lead YouTube in Spain and Portugal, and I'm here with a great lineup of speakers for you today. These are our names. I'm Maite, Marga, Simon, Yakwe, and Sarah will be taking you through this agenda where, as I was saying, we will try to share with you the latest ideas on how to make your music business grow in YouTube. They've left it me with the easiest bit of all of it, which is introducing YouTube. What can I say? I mean, who doesn't know what YouTube is? How can I introduce YouTube? I could start by giving you a few big numbers, and I will, in fact, give you a couple of them. But we all actually know what YouTube is, right? We all know as users what YouTube is. YouTube is the biggest, the largest audiovisual library that mankind has ever built. YouTube has shaped, during the last 18 years, our experiences in music, in culture, in learning, in discovering the world. That's why I prefer to start by talking about what's our mission as a platform, as a company. And we at YouTube, we exist because our mission is to give everyone a voice and show them the world. Probably have heard it before. We genuinely believe that the world is a better place when we share, when we listen, when we build community and listen to each other and share our stories. So, what is it that we want to do from YouTube in the music world? Our ambition is not less than that. We want to become the number one, the first revenue source for the music industry. And we want to do that by 2025, so we have less than 3 years together. And we are moving fast. In fact, a little bit less than a year ago, we announced it, that we had paid $6 billion to the music industry in the previous 12 months. We are super proud of that figure. You can see there Lior, our VP for Music, Global VP for Music, celebrating it in the London office. That's the London office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And how do we do this? We usually say we are a plane with two engines. In the one hand, we have advertising. Advertising has been the core of YouTube business since the early days. It still is and keeps growing. On the other hand, we have subscription. Subscription is a younger engine for us, and it's crucial for the music industry. We are super proud, and here you have the second big number I wanted to share with you. 80 million paid subscribers to the YouTube music and premium services worldwide. And the number keeps growing. We will be announcing very soon new numbers for the last few months, so stay tuned to hear the next few numbers. And how do we do this? What's the strategy behind this? We have 2 billion fans, 2 billion users in the platform on a monthly basis worldwide. And we have a unique catalog of more than 100 million songs globally. So at the end of the day, we believe we have the best place, the best platform for fans and artists to connect. And it is not just about YouTube. As a Google company, we are so lucky to be part of a much larger technological ecosystem. So you can see a few of the logos there. From Google Maps to Google Search to Android to Pixel phones to the latest announcement on artificial intelligence, the opportunities for collaboration are endless. And we believe this fuels our strength to help the music industry keep growing. And last but not least, I will finish now because actually my colleagues have much more interesting stuff to share with you. But as a mother, I want to finish by showing a picture of the latest baby in the home, which is YouTube Shorts, our format for vertical short video. It's not even 2 years old. It started crawling, and it's already flying. You can see there the latest numbers. We have 50 billion views per day of short video format in YouTube, and more than 1.5 billion logged-in users every month. So that's the baby, which is not a baby anymore. So I think it's Marga now, who is going to be sharing a little bit more about how powerful shorts can be for the music industry. So
thank you, Maite. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Marga. I'm the music lead for YouTube in the Southern European region. And as Maite said, shorts are exploding on YouTube. You know that shorts is the new vertical short format on YouTube. And normally, you can have a short up to 60 seconds, okay? So, well, basically because you know that music is on YouTube's DNA, it's a no-brainer that we needed this new dimension to keep engaging with new fans so they can discover new music and consume music and also have, well, put all their opportunities for artists on the table. And besides this, the good news is that shorts are potentially a new source of revenue too. And maybe you wonder why shorts. Well, basically, we think that historically the music and the fan journey has been broken because you could listen to a track here. You can discover a short form content there. You can watch a long form video here, and then you post about all this on separate platforms. You know, it was a bit complicated. So now, thanks to YouTube, you have everything in one place, the full ecosystem together. That is so easy. It is the seamless experience that every artist is willing to have nowadays. Also a little bit being, well, relief from a little bit of burnout on digital nowadays. So basically, you can now, thanks to shorts, discover new music, for example. You can go directly to the full music video. You can, for example, save that music into your playlist, while in the long form music video, you can have the experience to have a chat with the artist while you are enjoying a premiere. So this is the full ecosystem in one place in which, well, actually artists can grow their fan base and in many different ways to build that community, and also to keep feeding the shelf of their creation whenever there is new music in place in a sustainable and seamless way. A few, ideas. Well, sorry, no, a few research that we have done before is like we found that those artist channels who are combining short form video and long form video, they get better results in the form of subscribers, growth, overall watch time. So this is a reality compared to those channels that only upload long-form video. So really is, we really believe that with those two formats together, we can make your music grow, and you can grow in the platform. And a few suggestions here. We encourage you to actually use YouTube Shorts in all the promotional strategy on and off cycle, not only when you have a new release coming. So the kind of the secret sauce here is you can experiment with this format because it's so easy, and you don't need like high definition content, expensive production. All the contrary, works really well. Like, anything that you can do it yourself, or any kind of recycling you can do with the footage that you already have as an artist from whatever, from behind the scenes, from the full music videos, you can edit those ones, from press footage, anything, you can reutilize it while avoiding that burnout as well. And basically, again, having all this sustainable strategy through all the cycle, you can see more viewers coming quicker, and many of those viewers will be converting into subscribers. And really, just experiment. Anything is doable on Shorts, and I will show you an example that I really like. With the English independent band, the 1975. This is an example to show you that in this case, the artists, they didn't overproduce anything, especially for Shorts, as an example. So the case here is like they had a new album coming, right? So they decided to work on two parallel strategies, let's say. On one side, you can find the release content that was related to the new release itself. So they basically had teasers, and they had multiple clips coming from the music video, like cuts here and there. They had the press footage as well, and also some behind the scenes in the studio. So nothing, nothing really created ad hoc for Shorts. It's just, this recycling mindset here. So with that release content strategy, they really wanted to reach out to new audiences, right? To new viewers, new fans, potential new fans, and also on the other side, they worked on that new album coming by using the catalog, some catalog clips in different forms in Shorts, so they can really re-engage with their longtime fans. In this case, we can find visualizers with lyrics in Shorts, some clips from other music videos. So that worked really well together. So this is a very smart strategy, and very easy for the artists to make it work. And then we have a local example that I personally work with my Latin colleagues, and this is the case of the Latin superstar Camilo. Camilo, a few months ago, was releasing an album, De Dentro Pa' Fuera was the name, and the focus track of this album was the song Aeropuerto, that means airport. So basically, working together with the artist, we found a common concept around the Aeropuerto song, in which, we set a short challenge that was called Aeropuerto Challenge, in which the artist invited his fans to be part of this story around the track, around the song, by sharing their own version of the song through shorts. So here you can see it a little bit more clear. So for this, basically, the album was the three big phases that we work here was basically the announcement phase, in which, yeah, the album was launched, and at the same moment, the artist announced this challenge on Shorts. Can we play this video so you can really see how was this about? I'm not sure there, the production team, if you can play the first video, please. Well, basically, in the video I want to show you is the artist himself invited. You cannot see it. So the artist is personally inviting his fans, to send out those personal versions in shorts about Aeropuerto, in which the user, the fan, also could add the track. It could synchronize the track of the album. So here you can see a kind of a double win, right? So the user can can go viral with this, just in a promotional side, but also you have the song playing at the same moment. So, you know, the artist is double winning here. So once the challenge is announced, then all the promotion starts with influencers, etc. We amplify, and you know, all the craziness around the shorts starts, and we got thousands of shorts coming from every fan from South America, North America, and Spain too. And on the last stage, 1 month after, we got the recognition, kind of the award for the fans, in which Camilo himself landed, in the airport, somehow in Spain, in Madrid, to host a massive concert in Spain, in Madrid, for all the public. And that was live streamed on YouTube, and also the fans could participate on the chat through that. And on that concert, we saw more than 50,000 people there attending, plus all the live stream viewers. So this is, again, you know, this is kind of the message around the ecosystem, right? Everything can be in one place. From the shorts, you go through the main song, to the long form, and then you create shorts as a fan, and then you can enjoy the live stream, and you can have a chat with the artist. This is the ecosystem, easy and effective to grow. And on this sense, we have the good news coming from our global head of music recently, that we can assure that you can nearly double your artist's total reach thanks to shorts. And we know this because I think in the last month, you have basically you have 3 layers here, right? You have on the blue side, you have the official artist videos, music shorts, everything that happens within the artist channel, right? That you can control. But then you have the other layer in purple, that is the fan uploaded videos. You know, the user-generated content on videos, like long-form videos. And this is the magic here. We have the 3rd layer in green that is now including the shorts coming from the fans. All the fans uploaded shorts that are massive. And as my boss says, shorts are your new digital stream team, because, you know, they can really spread the word for you, and they can really make the work for you, while the artists can be focused on their own business, that is making great music, right? So this is a very good learning that I'm gonna picture it with an example with Shakira here. So here, Shakira, when she released 1 year ago, more or less, Te Felicito, this single, this hit, she built a very, very smart multi-format strategy combining shorts and long-form video, giving every market, every audience a different cut on shorts and on long form as well. So basically, here you can see the numbers in red in terms of views. Here she literally, well, explode the user-generated shorts that were using these specific songs, having 4 billion views of them, only shorts using the song. And if you compare this figure with her own channel views during 1 year, it's 3 billion. It's 1 billion less than all the shorts using her music. So this is the proof that, well, but also, sorry, I forgot to mention not only the views, but also the subscribers are really, really very well impacted. Here you can see that she gained more than 70% of her overall new subscribers during 2022 directly from her own shorts. Only her shorts converted into 160,000 subscribers, which is crazy. And this is a very international case, but there is plenty of cases of smaller artists, same situation. We are seeing that really you can double your artist total reach thanks to shorts. So I really, really encourage you to test it if you are not there yet. And now I think I'm gonna pass over Simon to talk about channel best practices.
Yes, welcome everyone. I'm Simon. I'm responsible for artist development and artist relations for specifically the German-speaking territories as well as Southern Europe. And my job is to help artists get the most out of YouTube. And there's no better way than what Marga just talked about. Shorts is such an important tool for artists to engage on YouTube with, but there's so many more things that you could and you should do to make sure that your channel is up to speed and is ready for when you release your music, so you get the most out of it, the maximum performance essentially to drive the most views. And that's why we're going to, a little bit now in the next few minutes, into some things that you can do on your channel to optimize it, and as well a few release strategies and a few features that we have to make sure when you release music that you're going to do as well as you possibly could. But where do we start? We start with an official artist channel. That's probably to most of you not any news, but if you don't have one yet, you should get one. You do that through your distributors. They're in direct line with us, and they're gonna request and get an official artist channel for you. But what is it? So essentially, when you're an artist, you release music, you have all kinds of different channels that then start existing on YouTube. That can be that's a topic channel. You own an operated channel, maybe a Vivo channel. And an official artist channel brings all of these channels around one artist together into one. It merges the subscribers and makes sure that you as an artist can package and package your content basically in one place, but also it makes it easy for fans and users to find all your content in just one place, which makes everything more efficient. What you get is a music note next to your name, and you get features in analytics that are unlocked, but most importantly, it is very much optimized in search, which means, as you can see here, if users start searching for your name, for your artist's name, what happens is the official artist channel, as soon as you have one, is being prioritized in search, is going to get prominent placements, as you can see right here, which means you and your channel will get more impressions, which in turn lead to more views, and that's all we want. We want more views for you and your videos and your artist. Okay, so now you have your artist channel. What are you going to do next? There's a few best practices to optimize your channel page itself. One of the most important things is the channel banner that you see. It's all the way up top. It's the big promotional space that you and only you own. So you can do whatever you want there. It's important to always use high-resolution images. The more premium anything looks, the better. That's always the go-to. But most importantly, use that to promote yourself and inform your fans, because every single user that lands on your page will see that. So if you have a new album coming, put it out there, let fans know when it's released, when it's being released. If you're starting to pre-order, let people know. If you're going on tour, let people know where you're going and when you're going where. And what you can do as well is you have the little buttons on the right below of the image where you can link to your social pages, but also to merch pages, as well as ticketing websites. So you can let people know where you're going on tour, and you can immediately upsell them through those links into your ticketing websites. So that's one thing. So always keep that updated. The second most important thing is the welcome trailer, or the featured video that you can see here. It's the video that starts playing immediately with the sound on and is featured very prominently on your page. This is a very important tool because it gets the users engaged in your content immediately. It engages them, it motivates them to click on the video and generate a view, essentially. So always make sure to have either your most recent video in there or your most popular video in there to rake your fans into your content. And then number 3 is what we call shelves that you can see all the way below. These are basically areas where you can package your content and make it, I say, tasty for the users. Because users are looking for access points into your content. So, and everyone has different tastes, different interests, so try to package your content in as different and as many ways that you can. That can be all your official music videos in one shelf. It can be all your live sessions in one shelf. It can be all your behind-the-scenes content in one shelf. But it can also be everything around one album or one EP, which includes all of these contents and formats in one shelf. Also third-party content. If you have gallery sessions, color sessions, interviews, you can also feature them there and make sure that everything around your artist and the whole content is featured in a way that makes it interesting and accessible for the user. So we've now basically covered the channel. Now let's look at the videos. Let's go a little bit deeper. And one of the most important things, or the most important things to optimize on your video are the thumbnails. So these are the images that you see as a user when you scroll over the videos or the home pages. And here it's very, very important to optimize them and use a few best practices because you're always competing with other videos. If you scroll through the home page, you see hundreds and hundreds of dozens of videos, so you need to stand out. And there's a few best practices that we've seen that encourage a user to click on the video. Number 1, use a high-resolution image. Because anything that looks more premium to the user suggests to the user that the content behind it is also more premium. That's just how the psychology works. So don't use a screenshot out of the video, but always use a high-resolution image that you can take while being on the shoot, on the video shoot, etc. Secondly, make sure that the artist is somewhat in focus, that the face is visible, and that you use the recognition value of the artist to sort of convey and trick the user to click on the video. And last but not least, if you can, include artist name and title on the thumbnail as well, because people are scrolling very quickly over videos, so they often don't take the time to actually look at the titles. So the more information you can convey through the thumbnail, the better. And therefore, if you include the format, if you include the artist name and title, that always helps to increase the chances of a user to click on your video and generate a view. And another thing to optimize your video is something that I can't stress enough, is very, very important, and that's called end screens. That's something that's often forgotten, but I can only encourage you to do that because the end screens are sort of pop-ups, as you can see here, that only show up in the last 5 to 20 seconds. And that means for us that every video should have end screens, because if a user already watches a video all the way to the end, to the last 5 to 20 seconds, that indicates that they actually like the content. So it would be a missed opportunity if you don't show them more of your content in form of the end screens, or make it easy for them to subscribe to your channel by just clicking the button. And that's often forgotten, but you should, every time, with every video, fill them up with end screens. Always use the subscriber button, at least one video, and if you can, a playlist. So you cater to all kinds of different commitments of the user. And once you've done that, you basically are ready to release music. And here, I just want to go through 1 or 2 features that we have, that you probably also, a few of them you already know, that are beneficial to get the most of your releases, essentially. And before I get into that, I want to say one thing, and basically what the key to success on YouTube is, and that is consistency. Uploading and being active on YouTube regularly and frequently is what drives the growth and the viewership on your channel. it's always better to upload and keep uploading every other week rather than having 1 or 2 weeks where you upload everything and then there's radio silence for 3 months on your channel. That you never want, because once you stop being active on YouTube, the algorithm gets less signals, and therefore from your channel, therefore the algorithm becomes less confident in showing your content to more people. So if you can, upload videos frequently, but also now with Shorts is a great tool to engage frequently on YouTube as well. So whatever you do, try to keep the gaps of radio silence on your channel to a minimum. All right, now let's go and release some music. The most important tool that we have for that is the Premieres tool, which probably most of you know. For those who don't, I want to quickly reiterate what it is. It basically allows you to upload a video, create a watch page before the video is live that you can share with your users, and they can all come together to watch with you, and all together the video go live in real time. So it is like a movie premiere, basically, hence the name. So why is that important? We have seen that every video that's being released via Premieres outperforms videos that are not being released with the Premieres tool. And that's mostly due to the fact that you have the chance of creating awareness beforehand, because you have the watch page already, and you can share that through your socials, and you can let people set reminders so they get notifications when it's going live. So you activate your audience, and the people will watch your video in the first few seconds, first few minutes, first few hours, which in time-wise is the most important times for a video's future performance. And a little bit of a demonstration here. A case study we've done with Laney, US band. They did all the best practices right, which is basically set up the watch page 24 hours before the actual release, share it on your socials, and if you can, be even present yourself in the chat, because that drives engagement, a lot of fan messages, which will foster and feed the algorithm with more signals, and therefore also drive the performance of your video. And what we've seen here, as you can clearly see, especially the first 24 hours, the video that's being premiered definitely outperforms all the other videos that are just or have just been published. So I can only encourage you to use Premieres if you want to take it a step further and you want to pimp your Premieres a little bit more. There's a few more tools. One is the custom countdown. You can equip your Premiere basically with your own CI, your own visual CI, tell a story with your countdown, a pre-story to your video maybe, whatever you like. As long as there's a countdown in there, it's fine, and we can set that up for you. And you also have trailers, which you can see here. So that means that the usual still image that you have, the thumbnail, on the Premiere's watch page before everything goes live, can be replaced with a trailer. So the user that lands on the watch page will see the actual trailer. They will see a moving image, and it has been proven by research that we've seen on our platform that when using a trailer, people are more engaged and more motivated to actually set a reminder, which in turn means more people will get notification when the video goes live, which means you will have more people activated and therefore in the Premiere. And the more people watch the Premiere, the better the performance of the video. So directly or indirectly, definitely affects the performance of a video positively. All right, this is the Premiere. This is how you release the music video. What else can you do to drive that video release? And I want to do a little bit of a excursion into YouTube, into live streaming, because especially during COVID, we've seen a 500% increase in live streams everywhere on our platform. We were looking into it. What does it actually do? Is it beneficial for the artists and everywhere else? So we definitely saw that live streaming on your channel will increase not only your video views and your own channel performance, but it will also increase your performance or will drive up streams on audio platforms and streaming platforms where you're obviously also active. And therefore, we were thinking about what can we do to support a release strategy of an artist. And what came out of this is a tool that we call Live Redirect. So a Live Redirect is basically a live stream that is happening right before the video premiere. So it's kind of like a red carpet moment. The live stream as well as the premiere, they are connected so that when the live stream ends, everyone in that live stream will directly be moved over into the actual video premiere. And this live stream can be anything from 15 minutes, the artist going live on their phone talking about the video shoot, talking about the song, to a live performance of an hour, to multiple people being together and talking about the featuring call-up that they did. So anything is really possible, and what we've seen is that releases or premieres that have had a live redirect beforehand tend to outperform the premieres that not use it. So if you have the chance, if you're the artist who likes to go live, definitely use that and incorporate that into your release strategy. Okay, what next? Because now the video is being released, you've done a live redirect, you've done the premiere. What's happening after? And I told you, being consistent, trying to regularly upload on YouTube is important. And obviously, in music, it's always driven by releases. So you might not have releases every week or every month. So what can you do to sort of shorten the space between different single and releases? And therefore, we have multiple music videos. You know formats like lyric videos, live sessions, acoustic videos. All these beautiful formats that are very, very important and live on YouTube and have a lot of engagement from users. Use those to sort of prolong the life cycle of the song and boost the performance of the song. And there's one myth that I would love to bust, which is usually, hey, I don't want to release a lyric video because it's going to cannibalize views. It's going to take views away from my official music video where I spend most of the money. And that is almost never the case. On the contrary, actually, because if you release 2-3 weeks later after the music video release another video, like a lyric video, your channel will get new views, your channel will get new signals, or the algorithm will get new signals of your channel, and therefore will actually boost your channel as a whole, but also especially the music videos. So these multiple or additional music videos drive the actual official music video's performance. And obviously, fans do not, well, they would love to listen to your music and see your videos, but they would also love to see more about you as an artist and see what's happening behind the scenes. And therefore, all the behind-the-scenes content from tour diaries, vlogs, making-ofs, anything you can think of is incredibly helpful, important, because they are important to use the reach that you generate with the music videos, the viewership, and convert them into subscribers, convert them into fans, and they're 2 to 3 times more effective in driving the subscriber conversion than any other video. So if you have content when you're in the studio or anywhere else, if you can shoot it on the iPhone, if you can shoot it on the Google Pixel, use that and upload it on YouTube, because your fans will love you for it. And last but not least, next to Shorts, obviously, YouTube has other social aspects. It's a social media platform besides also being a streaming platform, and you can post on community, etc. But one thing I wanted to mention, a little bit of a trick that I see that artists rarely do, but once they do, it really, really works out well, is commenting or reacting to your fans. Engage with your fans. Because every time you, as an artist, react to a fan's comment, this fan will get a notification on their phone that says, hey, your favorite artist has just reacted to your comment. And these notifications are open 3 times more than any other notification on YouTube. Because obviously, I'm a fan, and I see the notification pop up on my phone that says, hey, your favorite artist has just reacted to your comment. Of course, I'm going to open that notification. And what happens then is that I will land under the video where I commented, which means I will generate another view and then go through the end screen and go to a different video of yours. So commenting is an incredibly important thing to do on YouTube to activate your fan base, because the fan doesn't even need to be on YouTube. They just need to be on their phone. And then they see the notification, they would go into YouTube and are back in there consuming content of yours. So that's something I want to give you on your way with before I now hand over to Jakwe.
Right?
Thank you, Simon. Hi, everyone. Buen dia a tothom. I'm Jakwe Lopez, and I manage the publishing partner engineering team for the EMEA region. And our mission basically is bridging our product and business teams with our partners so that they get the data and the solutions that they need. And today I'm going to quickly drive you through what Content ID is and how it works, and also a quick overview about music rights at YouTube. So YouTube is an open platform where anyone who is a user can basically upload content and share that content. And because of this reason, we get a lot of content. There are 500 hours of content uploaded every minute. That's 30,000 days every day. Like, there's no way that we can, as a single individual, consume all the content that is on YouTube in our lifespan. And because of this huge amount of content, basically, we need solutions to be able to understand what's going on. And our main solution for this is called Content ID. Content ID, basically, it's a system that scans all the videos that are uploaded, and those videos are compared against a database of references that our partners and content owners are delivering. And then Content ID is able to provide matches for videos, is able to provide matches for audios, and is also able to provide matches for melodies, for musical works. So in essence, it's a way for us to be able to identify what's going on, what is the content, no? Specifically focusing on music. Content ID also does identifications of other kind of content, but today we're focusing on music because of the context. So just a few figures on the scale. As we said, there are 500 hours of video uploaded every minute. Again, that's a lot of content. We get this for we get references for more than 9,000 partners to manage their rights. And this system basically feeds around 30% of the music industry's revenue through user-generated content. Most of this happens automatically. I think many of you always have questions around like how do we do this manually and so on and so forth, but like the vast majority, 90% of Content ID's features, it happens automatically. And in the history of the system since it was built more than a decade ago, there are so far 800 million videos that have claims from Content ID, so that they have identifications that Content ID was able to capture. Good, but how does this work? So the theory is more or less simple. The implementation is slightly more complex, as you can imagine. But the basic idea is that we have content owners. We have content owners like record labels or distributors that they provide us with their content, with their preferences. And the first thing we do is we fingerprint those, like extract a unique features of the content that is being uploaded, and we store that in our Content ID database. Along with this content and these references, they also provide metadata. They provide mainly two key sets of metadata. They provide metadata to identify what is the content, let's say song title, artist, ISRC, EAN, UPCs, you name it. And they also provide metadata for how we should treat that content, whether we should monetize, whether we should track, whether we should block that content when their material is being used in user-generated content videos. And yeah, once someone uploads a video, a fan uploads a video, those 500 hours per minute, basically we compare that video, we generate fingerprints from that video, and we compare those against the ones that we have stored in our database. And according to what were the monetization policies that the content owners provided, then we apply a result, whether that video is monetized, that video is tracked, or that video is blocked, because that's what the content owner is deciding. And this is true for all content owners, labels, publishers, collecting societies that represent publishing rights. So that's in a nutshell Content ID, but what is the basis of Content ID in terms of music rights at YouTube? So as you can imagine, we are an audiovisual platform, so there are mainly three types of rights that we usually have to deal with, and those are the ones that are related to the music video, the ones related to the sound recordings, and the ones related to the compositions or the musical works. So for the music video, those claims that Content ID does are based on the audiovisuals, and those are audiovisual matches using all the elements of the video. For the sound recording, those are usually purely based on the audio file, because that's the one-to-one relationship, right? And for the composition, it's slightly more complex as the publishing world, which is what I'm focusing on. And those can be typically done by Content ID, looking at the original sound recording references based on their melody, so melody features from the musical work, but many times are also provided by our partners, the collecting societies and publishers that they license their content to us. And as you can start to see, these are interconnected. So the music video embeds a sound recording, and the sound recording typically embeds a composition. Sometimes you can have compositions without recordings for live versions and karaoke and so on, but that's kind of the typical structure. And they also hierarchically supersede each other. So the audiovisual match will supersede the audio one, and and the audio one will supersede the melody one. Those are the rights, but how does Content ID manage this? How do we model this? So, as you can see, there are multiple types of assets, and multiple type of content owners, and music rights are inherently complex. So we have an asset model that allows us to kind of for these kind of rights to coexist in the system, and for each content owner to be able to claim those that they represent. So we have music videos and art tracks that are usually embed sound recordings, and those sound recordings again embed compositions. That you can see those music videos and art tracks in red. It's usually either a music video or an art track. Art track will be like cover of an album that you get to see. Again, those will embed sound recordings, and those sound recordings typically will embed compositions. So labels usually deliver us sound recordings along with sound recording and composition metadata, and publishers and collecting societies usually also deliver composition metadata related to that set of rights. I'm making an emphasis on metadata. Metadata is important. Metadata matters. It's important to understand and to identify who owns what, and that is the basis for us to be able to compensate properly the different right owners. So if you're an artist, if you're a label, if you're a publisher, if you're a member of your collecting society, make sure that you keep track and you deliver your metadata properly, and you also require whoever administers your rights to do that in a proper way. There is no way otherwise that we can actually make sure that those of your rights are distributed properly. And just to illustrate with an example, now, this is a product feature that actually is a consequence of proper metadata being delivered and us being able to use that metadata in ways that is beneficial for the user in the customer-facing app. This is in the case of the YouTube Music app, not the YouTube main page that most of you have been using for years, but the YouTube Music app that we launched more recently. In this case, these are songwriter credits. So songwriter credits that when you go and click in a song, you can actually see who performed, who composed that recording that embeds a composition. And in this case, also a playlist, so that you can actually, if you have a favorite songwriter, you could see like what are the recordings that he has composed, and you can get to enjoy their content in a more meaningful way and discover content in further ways than just looking for a specific artist. So if you have to take one thing, remember metadata is important. Make sure you deliver it properly. Make sure you enforce whoever is managing it importantly with you. And that's it for me. And I'll pass the mic to Sarah, who's going to talk about creator music.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
I'm going to start with 2 questions. What if you could get the most influential creators to promote your music and get revenue out of it?
Yes.
Yes. And what if you could license millions of songs with just one click? Well, my name is Sara Gonzalo, and I lead the panel engineering team for the label side. And today I'm going to speak a little bit more about creator music that we launched recently in the US. What is creator music? Well, creator music enables what I just mentioned, enables the answer to these 2 questions. It's a new destination in YouTube where creators can access to the catalog of music that we have to use it on the long-form video. And how we are doing this, and why we are doing this. Well, the main reason for this is that we saw a need, we saw a gap in the market. We understand that the culture is moving really fast, and we wanted to find a way to connect all the creators with the musicians and the music industry, and being able to connect them not only as like fan base, but also like connect their audience and use both worlds to create like a new market and a new opportunity. So what you are seeing here is the storefront, and I'm going to speak about the storefront a little bit more, and is what creators will find when they get into the creator music tab in the CMS, and they try to find a new song for the new music video, for the new video, sorry. So Is this a win-win situation? Yeah, but it's not only a win-win, it's a win-win-win situation. Why? We have 3 wins here. The first one, we are enabling creativity for creators. Until now, they had really limited options when they were choosing the music they wanted to use for their videos. This is opening up all the YouTube catalog for them to choose. Second, we have, as you can see here, 2 million creators on the YPP program. YPP program means they are monetizing. And until now, it was really difficult to use this audience. So you could use the audience of these 2 million channels to promote your music. And not only that, we will be unlocking revenue for both sides, for creators and for the industry. I'm going to explain in a minute how. That's it. So we spoke about what is creator music. Let's get into details and see how they can license their music. First, they can do what we call the direct licensing. Direct licensing is basically they will go into the storefront, they will search for a track, and they have different options for the search in order to find the right track for the right video and the right moment on the video. And they will buy the license, and they could use this license in one video. So one license, one video. The other option is enabling the creator rev share. What that means is you could use the track, and you will share the revenue between the label artist and the creator. So in order to understand how we are doing this in the platform, we are going to take a look a little bit deeper on the steps. So the first thing that needs to happen is labels or distributors needs to set the license strategies. So they basically need to set the price, set the duration, and we also have like different buckets. So you can set different prices for different subscribers buckets, as you can see in the screen. Once this is done, you need to apply these licenses to your sound recordings or to your music. And after that, the creator will be able to buy it. Once they buy it, this is what they will see. They will get the license, but it doesn't stay there. If the creator is using the track, there will be a credit under the video, and this will promote and direct a lot of audience into the official music video too. So it's like a loop. Like Marga was speaking before around how we are creating this loop. This is one step more, like it's adding to this loop, and it's revolving like the whole audience between the YouTube ecosystem. And if we get and understand a little bit better how creators are going to be able to find the music and what kind of options we are giving them, this is what they will find. When they are uploading the video, they will have the option, like Content ID, like Jaco just spoke about Content ID. Thanks to Content ID, we can understand what is in the video before it gets published. So when they upload the video, we analyze the video, and we say, OK, fine, we have like 3 tracks on these videos, or only 1 track that you are using. And we will offer them the option to buy the license in that moment, or use a license that they previously bought. So they can select it, super easy, 1 click, smooth. I don't know about you, but if you ever tried to license something before, it's painful. So we are trying to make this really smooth and really easy with just 1 or 2 clicks. So this is like a big deal for licensing. And once that is done, or before that is done, they can actually search for tracks. And how we are organizing this? We are organizing this in different ways to facilitate the discovery and enable creators to find the right track for the right moment, for the right video. So as you can see here, we have like collections. And you can find, you are like creating a video, and it's like, okay, fine, I want to find tracks that sound like happy. Or I want tracks that are like for like an adventure video, and I want like an adventure kind of track. I think all of us, if you ever created a video, wanted to find this in a moment, and it's always really difficult to find the right track. So we are trying to enable this for creators and make it easier. Thanks to all the tools that we have internally, we can understand the music, and we can understand more or less what it's about. So we try to group these kind of tracks in different collections and offer this to creators. Apart from that, they can search directly on the storefront. And you will think, can they search only the tracks that are available for licensing? No. they can actually search for any track. So we have something called Search Any Song, where you can search, and you can understand what you can do with that track. Either you can license it, either you can share the revenue, or maybe it's not available. So you can search for that. You can also check the price. You can check for all the duration, and you can do that directly on the CMS. And with that, I want to finish with something important. I think this is like a summary of everything we said here. Like Simon started before speaking about the strategy, and I think this is as a step forward. It's like a step that you need to add into like your release strategy. That is like before you are releasing a new track, if you are an artist, you also need to have the creator music side in mind, because it can be a really important and a really powerful promotion tool for your new tracks. We are already seeing an impact on tracks that are part of the storefront and creators are buying. We are seeing like the audience is really growing when creators are using it. So this needs to be part of your release strategy also when you are thinking about launching a new track. You can see here like the different steps. So obviously you need to set up the strategies, make sure that like it's ready for when you do the release. On the release day, just set again like the check that is working and like creators can start using it. And after that, you could actually modify the strategy that you are using. So imagine that you are launching a track and you want to make it really available for creators and you're launching a promotion price. But after you want to make it in a different way, you maybe want to, instead of more promotional, you want to use it more like intelligent and like people already know your track and you want to change the price or you want to change the duration of the strategy, you could do that. So with this, just say that we launch in the US for US YPP channels, but everyone in the world cannot actually make their tracks available for the creator music. So speak with your counterpart on YouTube, and let's make that happen. And with this, I think we finished. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
In case you have any questions, we will be there for a few minutes. Si queréis preguntarnos algo, estaremos por allí.
Sí. So, yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Merci.
Thank you.
Merci.
Merci.
Bien.
Non-fungible tokens.
A digital artwork by a